Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, November 10th. Here's what's happening. Breaking overnight, the Senate has voted 60-40 to advance a funding measure, marking a major step toward reopening the government. 7 Democrats and 1 independent joined Republicans in advancing the measure. The funding bill includes a stopgap measure to fund the government through January 30th. The shutdown is in its 40th day as Democrats voted down continuing resolutions to secure extensions for pandemic-era subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. In order to get the additional Democrats, the Republicans have promised Democrats a vote on those subsidies. If the final vote passes the Senate, the House would need to reconvene and agree to the Senate's bill. Over 10,000 flights on Sunday were delayed, marking the worst day for air travel since the government shutdown began. According to FlightAware, another 2,800 were also canceled. Delta, American, Southwest, and United all says over 30% of their flights were delayed. Airports such as Chicago O'Hare, Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, LaGuardia, and Newark Liberty were hit hardest by the delays. Russia and Ukraine have exchanged massive attacks on each other's power grids. Several regions in Ukraine lost power on Sunday after Russia launched what Ukrainian officials called the largest strike against power plants since Moscow began its invasion into that country. Kyiv responded with a major drone counterattack that knocked out energy plants in the Russian city of Voronezh. Pope Leo XIV marked the feast of the dedication of St. John Lateran by urging the faithful to see the church not just as a building, but as a spiritual community united in Christ. The Holy Father said the Roman Basilica symbolizes the faith passed down from the apostles and emphasized that Jesus, through his death and resurrection, is the true sanctuary of God. The Pope called believers living stones of the church and encouraged them to witness mercy, peace, and consolation in the world. Also this weekend, Pope Leo met with 15 survivors of clergy sexual abuse at the Vatican. The nearly 3-hour meeting focused on listening, dialogue, and ended with a shared moment of prayer. It marks the second time in 3 weeks the Pope has met with abuse survivors, following a similar meeting in October. And Florida has filed a lawsuit seeking up to $350 million from Planned Parenthood, alleging the group falsely advertised abortion pills as, quote, safer than Tylenol. The state claims the drug mifepristone has led to a significant number of hospitalizations and at least 36 deaths since 2000. Attorney General James Utmeyer says Planned Parenthood misled women and profited from the pills. Planned Parenthood has not yet issued a detailed public response to the lawsuit. And that's the news this morning. I'm Matthew Handley.